Welcome to Imagine It down here at Imagination Station, joined once again by Chief Scientist Carl Nelson. Carl, we got a really fun one coming in here.
We're doing some bubbles. I thought we would walk through the procedure to make super bubble solution, okay?
Very good.
Now, so you need a couple things. Obviously, you need water. So Dan, I'm gonna lead you through the process of
All right.
making a super bubble solution. This is about a little bit less than a gallon of water. So you need a couple things. Obviously, you need water and you need detergent, but let's hold off on the detergent for a moment. I thought we'd talk about what these individual components do. So most water is kind of alkaline, and detergents work best when the alkalinity is neutral. Okay, so we're going to do this.
Distilled water, like would that be neutral?
Sure, yeah, I believe so. But most people are going to have tap water. You're just going to go to the sink or the hose on the outside and do this. So first step would be to sort of even out that pH. So add 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And just go ahead and you know, all these measurements.
Even enough to the water itself?
Yeah, just dump it in the water. All these measurements are, I don't know, not random, but they're not critical, okay? So you just go ahead and stir that up a little bit with your stir bar there.
Yep.
And so this is gonna like neutralize the pH. The next thing we could do is add the detergent. Now the detergent lowers the surface tension of the water so we can make big bubbles. You can see you're making bubbles right now, and they're tiny and they pop. Water's high surface tension crushes those bubbles. What the detergent does is gets in between the water molecules and stops them from attracting one another so strongly. But, so you could stop there. You could add the detergent and we would be fine. We want to go one step further. Okay, so
It's kind of your mantra for a lot of our experience.
go ahead and add the detergent. Why not?
Okay.
I changed my mind.
Whole thing?
Just dump the whole thing in. That's about 1.5 cups. Just pour that right in. We're making about 1 gallon of bubble solution. Now that would be great. You can make fine bubbles with that right away. But again, we want to take it to the next step. So the next step is going to be adding something called guar gum. This is like a food thickener. It's like 8 times the thickening power of cornstarch. It's incredible. But what this does, this is like a long chain polymer, and it will sort of get in that thin film and stretch and slide past one another, past those detergent molecules and the water molecules, and it'll make your bubble self-healing, because it will sort of like seal up any little holes because you got this long chain polymer stretched in that thin film. Now the tricky thing with this is if we were to take some of this guar gum, let me just show you an example here. We take it and if we put it in some water straight away, we get
one lump.
We get what I call like a big snot ball.
Yeah.
This is not what you want to go for. This is a failure. This is going to take forever.
It's almost like when you're mixing hot chocolate, where if you put it, you dump it all in at once. You got to get it all wet and mixed in.
This is bad. Don't do this. So what we're going to do, we can fix this very easily if we use some rubbing alcohol, and the amount, I don't know, it's kind of like that amount right there. We're going to add some rubbing alcohol, and the guar gum will not clump in the alcohol because it is alcohol. There's no water. So Dan, go ahead and mix that up. We're making what's called a slurry of the guar gum.
Yeah, way bigger difference compared to the water.
So get that all swirled up. And once you've done this, what you want to do is just pour it right into your mixture. So go ahead and just pour that straight away right into just dump it in, dump it in. Don't let it settle. Pour the whole thing all at once, one fast motion. Boom, we've got it. Now, this is the secret ingredient. This guar gum is amazing. It makes the bubbles just like this. Dan, go ahead and make some bubbles here. It helps the bubbles seal themselves. You can make incredibly long bubbles. This is way different than just
I actually got it.
just doing detergent alone. I mean, you can see that it's incredible, right? Now, if you don't,
Sorry.
no, that's okay. Keep making bubbles. Keep making bubbles. This is the fun part, right? And so you notice also in my wands, I've added some cloth so that it can hold a little bit more of the liquid. Just the plastic works, but you know, if you add a little bit extra cloth, you can get really inventive. You can head down to Home Depot and you can get some PVC pipe and you can make some of these giant kind of things like that. Now, you might say, what if I don't have access to guar gum? That's okay. Here's a quick way you can do this without guar gum. Get a gallon of water, get a personal lubricant from the pharmacy.
Okay.
It has a long-chained polymer called polyethylene oxide. Squirt the whole thing in there. This is your polymer. Then you're going to add a dash of maybe half a cup, 1 cup of detergent.
Kind of eyeball it.
Just going to eyeball it. Now, the personal lubricant is not going to dissolve right away, so you're going to have to put the cap on this, maybe shake it around for a while.
Okay.
Maybe shake it before you put the detergent in so you don't get bubbles inside. this works fabulous too. The polyethylene oxide in there is almost even better than the guar gum.
Interesting.
So again, it's that long chain polymer that helps separate and keep the bubble film hydrated. Because the real death of a bubble is when it dehydrates. When it loses the water that's in that thin film, that's when the bubble will pop. So there you have it. Get out to the store and get some guar
Good
gum.
little train going here.
Yeah.
That's good.
Get some guar gum. Make some super bubble solution.
We could go on this for like an hour.
You could just keep doing
this.
this. It's just like amazing.
I already know I
big
got
they
like
are.
17 thumbnails to choose from posting this to social. It's great.
It's amazing how, look at that. Again, we could do this all day. I don't think we have time for it.
Yeah, I said, let's do it. No, maybe not. All right, that is fantastic science you can use, folks. I'm Dan, that's Carl. That is how you imagine it.